Well, whew, that was an experience. That was a hockey game. Wow. Oh, man. Ugh. Yeah. These are the games that I hate doing the most. It's just, oh, man. These are the games I hate recapping because these are the ones that take the most out of me as a fan. But anyway, let's start with the elephant in the room. The Wild lose to the Vegas Golden Knights 3-1 and are now tied at 1 game apiece in the series. So, where do I begin? Well, let's just say kind of similar to Sunday's game, the first period to about period and a quarter, it was just physical rough and tumble, back and forth, smash it into the boards, goalies standing on their heads. And yeah, like I said, after one, it was 0-0. Then, in the second period, this guy right here breaks the scoring open. Matt Dumba had a hell of a game tonight, all things considered. But Alex freaking Tuch kills the Wild yet again. With 2 goals tonight. And literally 18 seconds after Dumba scores the goal that puts Minnesota up 1-0, Jonathan Marchessault just comes out of nowhere and snipes one. And at this point I'm going, great. This is going to end badly, isn't it? And of course, a couple minutes later, Alex Tuch with the game-winning goal. And then we move into the third period at the time. And like I say, though, this game got quite scrummy. And, whoo, boy. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even like we played a bad game per se. Like, I mean, it wasn't like any egregious turnovers per se, but it was these are the games I hate the worst. I'd almost prefer to be blown out, lose like 8-0 or something over like a 3-1, 2-1 meat grinder game, just because all the physicality, all the emotions, just everything is just so much more after a game like this. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm taking nothing away from Marc-Andre Fleury. The guy's a top 5 goalie all time, in my opinion. And I will take that to the grave to this point on that one. I mean, he's up with the likes of Hasek, Waugh, Brodeur. He's one of the all-time greats. Bar none, far in, far out. And not to mention, he seems like one of the nicest and most, genuine, sincere guys. One of those guys you just want to go grab a beer with after the game or something. But, yeah. Like I say, though, Vegas played their style of game. Vegas and Minnesota are very similar in their styles. But Vegas just managed to pull it out tonight. And that's all I can say about that. But like I say, though, that win on Sunday was huge, though. Because now we come back to Minnesota at the very least tied up. So, yeah, like I say, Thursday night at 8:30 my time. So, we'll wait and see there, because this particular game upcoming in Minnesota, in my opinion, determine the outcome of this series. But, like I say, though, it was huge taking one in Vegas, though, to start off with. This series could very easily go all 7. I mean, just the way the Wild and the Golden Knights play each other. And then kind of also circling back here, but what is going on with the management and Zach Parise? Like, he's been scratched like the last 5 games, including these 2 postseason games. Like, oh boy, that'll be something interesting to keep an eye on in the offseason, but, I mean, I hate saying this, but the way it's going now, it sounds like Parise may no longer be a Minnesota Wild after this season is done. And to be fair, can't say I don't blame them, but it was weird. Like, there's something going on that I don't know about. That, and also, like I say, I could also complain about the broadcasters being biased against Vegas, but I'm not going to get into that because, well, I mean, at the end of the day, the broadcasters aren't human, you know, and not to mention flashy plays and this and that and the other thing. But, you know, some days it just kind of feels like it goes one way or the other. But anyway, I mean, it is what it is there, so. But yeah, I mean, again, kind of wrapping up this whole video here, like I say, the Wild are now 1-1 in this series after, again, losing to Vegas 3-1 tonight. And, I mean, come on, fellas. I mean, it'd be nice to have a little bit more offensive game going here because Talbot can only do so much, and I feel like he's starting to break now. I mean, that just goes to show, in my opinion, the Wild still aren't a legit Stanley Cup contender, but they're a high-profile playoff team. They just need that 1 or 2 key pieces to sort of gel this whole thing together here. And Kaprizov, since he's been here, has been the real deal. And since he's been in this lineup, this team has looked miles above where it did even last season and the prior seasons before that. Oh, man. But yeah, like I say, these losses hurt. These losses hurt. Because it's just such a physical game, such an emotional game, but oh, baby. So welcome to playoff hockey. In my opinion, this is probably my favorite playoff in any sport. I mean, it's just, all the games are so much passion, emotion, energy behind it. It's crazy. So, here's to the rest of this series, and here's to the rest of the playoffs. Hopefully, this is a sign of things to come, so, yeah. Also, stay tuned, because I do have a few things coming in the mail over the next, I'd say, 3 to 7 or so days, so. Yeah, until we meet again, this is Jacob. Let's go Wild. Let's get them on Thursday, boys.